As people live more and more of their lives online, the need for effective cybersecurity just keeps growing and growing. Everything's on the cloud now. That means it's more vulnerable. So what's the future of data protection? I think this is a case where we need to check in with a privately held player, get a better sense of where the industry's headed. Take Q6 Cyber. These guys have a very different approach to online security. Whereas most of the cybersecurity companies are defensive and reactive, their goal is to stop hackers from getting in. Q6 takes a much more proactive and nuanced approach, frankly. They go on the offensive. How? By monitoring the digital underground to identify potential threats before they happen. In other words, they're like digital spies. It's almost a corporate counter-espionage outfit. That's a very intriguing idea, isn't it? Now, early this week, I got a chance to check in with Eli Dominitz. He is the founder and CEO of Q6 Cyber, again, a private company. Take a look. Eli, we have all the cybersecurity companies on, and one thing that seems to very different here is that you seem to know where the bad guys are and what they're up to.
That's exactly what we do, Jim. We take a fundamentally different approach to security. We practice intelligence. We preach intelligence. It's similar. It's related to security, but it's quite different. Let me give you an example. If you're the new information security officer of a large enterprise, you believe your mission is to detect attacks in real time, repel them, stop them. You're actually dead wrong. Why? It's too late. By the time the bad guys are knocking down your door, banging on your window, it's too late. These guys are steps ahead of you. What we try to do is go after the bad guys, find out who they are, what kind of tools are they using, what kind of tactics do they have, who are they targeting, why are they targeting you, and providing that intelligence to our clients means that they can be prepared, they can eliminate and address these threats immediately and early before they become bigger problems.
Okay, so why isn't the government doing this for them?
The government is, but unfortunately the government has got bigger problems and a lot of problems to worry about, and protecting the private sector, banks, healthcare companies, retail companies, e-commerce companies is not always the number one priority. So the government is doing a lot. We actually collaborate, we advise them, we work with them, but it's not enough.
There are examples that you have. You've got 6 of the top 10 financial institutions, 2 of the top 5 internet companies. What are you finding out that they don't know that they should know?
A lot of things. Primarily specific targeting, new types of malware going after them. Let me give you an example. A few months ago, we detected a very sophisticated, very advanced malware author based in Russia that was going after a particular bank in the U.S. So we're able to go to that financial institution and say, look, this individual, this group actually is going after you. These are the tools they're using, so they can put in place different measures, different tactics to make that malware, that attack, ineffective. So the thing that a lot of cybersecurity organizations are doing today is putting up tall fences, cameras, sensors, if you will, around their network perimeter, and they're trying to detect attacks, events in real time. The problem is, again, it's too late. You got to go out there, you got to engage these guys early, and having that intelligence up front means that you're prepared and you can engage much earlier.
Do you find things for customers that weren't customers, and you tell them, look, you got to look out for this, and then they hire you, put you on a retainer?
All the time. We provide a lot of intelligence, a lot of alerts to organizations that are not clients. We don't ask them by quid pro quo, you've got to sign up. We provide that information. Of course, many of them ultimately come back to us and say, hey, we want to do this proactively. We want to do this on a regular basis. And of course, that happens quite a bit.
You do have some very serious places you hire from, your elite units in intelligence agencies of USA and Israel. So those people have seen and done and can work for clients where they don't have, and probably be paid more, obviously, by you than they can ever for the government.
Look, I'm very proud of the team we have. We have offices in the U.S., Tel Aviv, San Jose, Costa Rica. We're a global company, so having that global presence is important. The people we have are incredible. They've been fighting cybercrime. They've been on the front lines of intelligence agencies for a long time. But they come to us because it's dynamic, it's exciting, and it's a reason we've been able to retain good people, because the work that we do is very cutting edge. So going after the bad guys every day is a lot more fun than waiting for them to come after you.
All right, but how about state-sponsored? I mean, look, we're having a trade war. We're fighting back against the Chinese. Should we presume that the Chinese are doing things that you might be detecting in the dark world?
Look, the Chinese, the North Koreans, the Iranians, the Russians, they're after all of us. Corporations, individuals.
Law firms?
Absolutely. They're after all of us. We do track them. We do track organizations that are affiliated with nation states. They might not be fully employed by a nation state, but they're supported and they've got a relationship. So we do that, and really that's why we're here. You know, for a long time, America waited.
Right.
We weren't proactive. We were defensive. And these guys are smart. They're sophisticated. They've invested a lot of time and money in going after us. And we've got to wake up. We've got to be much more proactive.
Can, like, the Federal Election Commission hire you? Because we know that they targeted elections before.
I don't want to comment on any specific clients, but we've got good relationships in the public sector as well. And there are a lot of things that we see that have implications for the public sector, not just the private sector.
Fair enough. That's what we need to know. That's Ellie Dominus. He's the founder and CEO of Q6 Cyber. Mad Money's back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.